It was March Madness for the Nebraska Professional Rodeo Cowboys and Cowgirls, kicking off the month with the inaugural Rodeo Grand Island. Yeah, the first of its kind coming to the Heartland Event Center in Fauner Park. The first night of action was the invitation-only Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association's Champions Challenge. Now, this event only features the top contestants of all pro rodeo based off of last year's year-end standings as well as some of those from our current world standings. It was a last-minute substitution that gave seven-time NFR qualifier and bareback rider Stephen Dent an opportunity to compete. Upon getting the phone call, Stephen promptly left his calving pasture in rural Mullen and photo finished into Grand Island just in the nick of time to crawl on his horse. Hey, the rush paid off. It was third place in a $2,200 payday. Stephen ends up the month $6,500 ahead and 20th in the PRCA World Standings. The guy that won the bareback riding at Rodeo Grand Island, Canadian cowboy and current Gering, Nebraska resident, Orrin Larson. He's currently 14th in our bareback world standings. The next night at Rodeo Grand Island was extreme bull riding, and it was all go big red. Out of the top 42 bull riders in all of the land, our sole Husker representative, Bart Miller from Pleasanton, won the whole shebang. Trophy spurs, $4,000, and a standing ovation. That helped him kickstart his quest for his first national finals. Other highlights from the month of March in pro rodeo, including reigning world champion saddle bronc rider Zeke Thurston. Although Canadian born and raised, this dual citizen is deep-rooted in the Nebraska Sandhills. He is a Hyannis, Nebraska cattle rancher and is currently fourth in the saddle bronc world standings. Zeke won over $14,000 alone from Rodeo Austin and over $19,000 this March. Thurston has now raised over $46,000 American dollars that he can put in the bank. Also in the saddle bronc riding, Court Shear, the five-time NFR saddle bronc rider from Ellesmere, is inside the top 50 in the world. A pair of Huskers are closing in on the standings. Last year, NFR average champion tie-down roper Riley Pruitt is only $5,000 out of being out of the top 15, and eight-time Linderman Award winner Kyle Whitaker of Chambers sits just $4,000 out of the top 15 in the steer wrestling. Alliance native Jace Johnson is in the top 50 in the tie-down roping, and steer ropers Will McBride of Ogallala and Ryan Rochlitz of Minatier are both in the top 50 in the steer roping. Rockville cowgirl Jessica Leach and Valentine's Truett Churchill both inside the top 60 of the Women's Professional Rodeo Association barrel racing standings. Others cashing in pro rodeo this month at the North Dakota Winter Show in Valley City, North Dakota. It was Valentine's Jake Fulton, the all-around champion, winning the steer wrestling and placing 6th in the tie-down. Riley Wakefield from O'Neill, he made green in both the steer wrestling and the team roping, and financial advisor Miles Garwood of Atkinson gets paid dividends with his 4th place finish in the tie-down. At the Fargo, North Dakota PRCA Rodeo, the cowboy nurse Nick Schweedhelm from Fort Calhoun sewed up a 2nd place stitch and over $1,400 in the barebacks. In the steer wrestling, it was veteran bulldogger Brian Duba of Chambers towing in the 4th place spot, and University of Nebraska-Lincoln College cowboy Reed Kreger of Avoca ending up 6th. The team roping duo of Erickson resident Graylin Elkins and O'Neill's Dustin Harris ended up 3rd. It was a Chadron State College Eagle Ethan Lashak, a native of Clark's, who soared to the pay window with 3rd place and $1,400 in the bull riding. Former Nebraska resident and rodeo standout Todd Soon stays elite with a 6th place steer wrestling finish in Goliad, Texas. The coming week stops for the Professional Rodeo Association includes the semi-annual Ralph Morgan Rodeo in Lauderdale, Mississippi, Park Lane Pro Rodeo, Macomb, Mississippi, Bronx and Honky Tonk Spring Rodeo, Medicine Hat, Alberta, and the Oakdale Saddle Club Rodeo in Oakdale, California. The Ram National Circuit Finals starts tomorrow, April 6th in Kissimmee, Florida. That is the top 200 champions from all the 12 circuits as they rival one another for over $1 million in cash prizes. This has been PRCA Rodeo announcer Jared Slagle giving you the Good Life Western Sports Pro Rodeo Update.